Root stock update for Root. This is a quick heads up on what might be coming next for Root Inc. and a recap of what it was that brought prices to these levels. I say that, but it's not on the chart. Let's get Root up. And currently it's 34% up for the day, 12.90. The high, 13 and change. If we go to the 4-hour time frame, we can see what exactly this means. We've got up to towards the top of these three important targets that we expected to find, one of which of interest to price action should it break this downward sloping channel. You see looking left there was areas on the charts, inflection points confluent with the Fibonacci, and this ultimate target in at around $15 was a 3.618. So pushing towards those targets has left us with a gap. The bottom side of that is where price action is putting in its lows for today at 12.27. The closing of that gap where it opened on the way to the top side is 6.57. So there's 100% in price action from the low to the closing at the top side of that gap. 100%. So if price action does move into a gap, typically you would find less liquidity there than otherwise, so quicker moves, and typically it would fill in the first couple of days. This is now coming up for the second day, and like I say, that liquidity gap means that you're much more likely to go through that area at pace. If it is that you break to the top side again, you've got the same Fibonacci sequence to look to and a really important target in at $20 and then another at 22 and change. So if it does continue, it's already going quite well. It's a linear trend. It could explode in a parabolic sense. It has done. Pardon me, it has done with the gap. So at this stage, the concern is that a correction would be on the cards, and a retracement from a parabolic move can be quite severe. So all of those things together suggest that should it push into this gap, it would be short, sharp shrift in order to close it down here, which is a big move, and that would be very weary for some people. You've also got a 50 simple period moving average going through the 200 period simple moving average on the 4-hour time frame. So typically that would be tested, and it may well be another impetus for price to come back down. So Root looking like it maybe wants to make a retracement that would be quite severe. No sign of it actually happening yet, and those targets to the top side still significantly up. So if you haven't already entered, you'll need to type stop. If you have already entered and you adjusted your position, you're in profit, and you got, these sort of trades back here, then congratulations. I would strongly suggest taking some profit to protect yourself. So congratulations. That's a quick update on Root. And in this update video, we'll also have a quick look at Tesla. Imagine to persist at the top side of this downward sloping resistance, having completed the measured move. If SPY pulls back any further, this will drop back down again. SPX. So you have to look to put in a little bit of a peak here. There's no divergence on price action. There's no desperate problem with falling out of the bullish control zone here when you've maintained such strong holding these levels on price action while you made a retracement on the RSI is typical of continuation and further moves to the top side. So if it is pushing back up, the next target 4525 and then 4628. The next two peaks to try on SPX, which would obviously be the SPY ETF targets at 443 and then 455. If you do continue this rolling over, then it's all about breaking these levels where you are at the minute in around 436. Should you do so, you're looking at a test of 430, 425, a gap fill at 420. At that point, you're meeting a 50 simple and 4-hour and a linear trend to the top side, which hasn't been broken on the daily time frame. So a similar situation. If you do break down, you've got the 50 simple in around 406, 407, 4-hour, the 200 period moving average in those areas, and that's likely where you'd find a test. On a severe correction, you'd be looking at retracements to that area. So that's SPY, and where Tesla might go should it fall down. There's a lot of different drawings here on GameStop, but this is the nature of the decision that's being made. This very important, this horizontal level right here. It is 50 simple 200 period moving average on the 1-hour time frame. That's where I think a lot of this is best made. 50 simple is above the 200, so if price action is to go below both of them, that would be a significant influence, to your thinking that price action managed to push back below two important artifacts. In order to do that, you'd also need to be slipping below this downward sloping resistance, now hopefully support, losing a golden pocket, and failing to go back beyond the previous gap area on the chart. So if it is to break down from here, that would be concerning in that you'd be looking at a stronger retrace. You'd probably be thinking about the fact that you'd broken a trend line on the momentum here. And if there's that case, you probably come in and test a prior low at the top of the bearish control zone or midway into it at 26 on the RSI, which would take you back down. And looking at a retracement from the lows to the highs out of this guy, start the start of the trend, take it to where it ultimately peaked. This is obviously regular, or you can do the same thing extended and make the same point. It's this Fibonacci here, if I can get back. And where is the top side target on this guy? Isn't it around those levels? Anyway, so similar, not so different. If you look left, you can see this is a 382. So breaking below a 236, that doesn't make it a bearish retracement. Broken below a 382 does suggest, you're going to come in 50% or a golden pocket. One of the two. It suggests 382 itself isn't necessarily a strong area for a bounce. So if it does break, that's what I'd be thinking. So that's a quick update on GameStop. All of that would be get quick heads up for what's going on VIX. Yes, we told it to go to 12, and here it is at 12. If you watched yesterday's show, you'll be well aware we kept the VIX TA short and simple, and we said, look, go to 12, which is where it is. There's my lovely mum who helped me at the hospital today. Wave there, mum. Wave. She's not waving. She won't even look. There she is. She waved. It's the best mum in the world. Right. So I've had general anesthetic. I've had all my bones smashed. I've had really nice. The doctor, fantastic surgeon. The nurses, really nice people. My mum helping me out. Really, really good. And then me putting it all back out there for you guys to take advantage of the stocks that have moved the most today and give you my feedback on things. So I hope that's helpful. And you can always show your gratitude and appreciation or sympathy, empathy, mutual sympathy, or trumpet even with empathy, and send me a thank you using the links in the description below. They are www.streamelements.com/tradespotting/tips. I very much appreciate them, and it helps the show be sustainable. Thank you very much. If you like to go get some feedback on any particular ticker, this is a unique opportunity you've never had in your life before to get Tradespotting with his new face telling you where prices are going. Nobody has had prices and this face at the same time before. You could be the first. Thank you very much. See you in the next one.